Hey guys, welcome to Compensation Plan Training. My name is Robbie, and I want to welcome you to our just training video series. This video is going to be all about helping you understand more about our compensation plan, why it's unique, why it stands out in the network marketing industry, and why, because of this compensation plan, it creates one of the greatest support structures in the entire industry. This is definitely a nerd training. I call it a nerd training. And I am the nerd for this training because I'm someone that's very numbers driven, I'm very analytical, and that's why I get so excited to talk about compensation plan because there are a lot of things that Your Health does in their compensation plan that they don't have to do, that are so generous for us as representatives, and it's just so exciting to train it. Because in our business presentation, guys, we only show three forms of compensation. We show our retail profits, we show our first order bonus, we show our team commission. But Your Health actually has 6 or 7 different ways we get paid, and many of those ways that we don't show in the presentation are actually more lucrative than what the presentation shows. So it's so exciting to share it. The only reason why we don't share it in the presentation is because it is a little bit more complex, so we don't want to freak people out with just all the information in the presentation. We just want to get them started, and then we'll teach them as we go. So hopefully this video gives you a better idea of the long-term vision of our compensation plan, why we chose this specific compensation plan, and just more vision for what we can do here. So let's get into it. The first thing I'll tell you is if anything on here is confusing, please go to yourhealth.com/opportunity. That's yourhealth.com/opportunity, and download the compensation plan full document. Okay, so on the left side, the left little box there, it'll say compensation plan. Download the PDF that says compensation plan full. Under this video, there will also be a link for that, so you can read that over. That gives a really great description of the compensation plan. But not just specifically our compensation plan, but more, why is this compensation plan unique? Why is it special in network marketing? Because obviously there's thousands of network marketing companies. What really sets us apart? So I want to share that with you because this really is an incredible piece of our company that I love to explain, which is indicative of what a nerd I am. But I love to share it with you guys because it's exciting to see what the company does for us. Okay, and so why Your Health? Why our compensation plan? Why is ours unique? And let me tell you guys straight from the beginning here, I'm not biased towards Your Health in any way. If the compensation plan wasn't good, I just wouldn't do a compensation plan video. But it just so happens that what this company has done is we've taken the best pieces of all the different compensation plans in network marketing history and really created a perfect balance to create the greatest compensation plan in the history of this industry. That more than anything perfectly balances now money, us being able to get paid now, so we're okay with our now expenses, our now mortgages, our now life things, and also our long-term money, because of course all of us are here because we want to have long-term money, long-term passive income, long-term residual, so we can do the things we want to do, so we can travel the world together, drive jet skis in the Mediterranean, give money to our passions and causes we love. And there really have been a lot of different variations of compensation plans in network marketing history, and we really combined, like I said, all the best pieces of those compensation plans into one compensation plan. What we actually have something called a new age binary compensation plan, which really takes the best attributes of the traditional unilevel compensation plan and the binary compensation plan, which is the more modern compensation plan in the industry. So how long has network marketing been around? It's been around over 100 years, going all the way back to the direct sales days with Avon. And then network marketing really became more popular with a company called Amway, which you may or may not have heard of, or you may or may not like it. But Amway is a $10 billion company, so they did okay. But Amway had what's called a unilevel compensation plan. And the challenge with that compensation plan, which I'll show you in a moment, is that there is very little now money, very little upfront money. You could be working for a long time before you even see a paycheck over $3 or $4. But then the long-term money is actually pretty good. But for most people, we can't afford to wait years before we make a decent paycheck. And then some of the newer compensation plans, they pay you a lot of money up front, lots of excitement up front, but the back end isn't as strong. The long-term residual isn't as strong. And in Your Health, we wanted to have both for you guys and for myself and for all of us, so we can have the best of both worlds. Okay, so let me explain more to you about it. Okay, and I mentioned this before, but we actually have the potential to make much more money than we display in our business presentation. Okay, and this is really exciting, you know, because we could just show those 3 ways of getting paid, and then just the company could just hold on to the rest of that money. But really, they do some incredible things for us, and we only show about half of the ways we get paid in our business presentation. And the craziest thing here, as you can read, is we actually pay 50% as a company of the total revenue that comes in from GPV back to the distributors on a weekly basis. That is almost unheard of in the industry, because the industry average is anywhere from 35 to 40%, and usually that 10 to 15%, you know, lines the pockets of the founders. But the philosophy of Dennis and Sophia are founders, and having been friends with them for a long time and know them now, of course, you know, I got started in this business the same way you did. I worked my way up to become friends with them, from Starbucks all the way up. I know that their philosophy is, if we take care of the people, if we take care of the reps, the company will grow and it will be fine. And the reason, that's why it's exciting that they were originally reps in their own company, and that company mistreated them. So when they opened their own company and they opened Your Health, they wanted to create a company that really was for the reps, by the reps. And that's why Your Health is by far the most most generous, lucrative compensation plans in the entire industry, so much so that we routinely pay 25% more than our competitors. So it really is exciting. It's important to remember that, because they don't have to do that. You know, they don't have to give those extra percentage points to us. They don't have to do that, because we have such a great product. We have such great support. We have such great marketing materials. We have such great timing. They really could pay us 35% and we would still do it. That's just not their philosophy. And that's what makes being a part of Your Health so exciting for us, that we have such committed founders and just such passion about taking care of the reps. So now let me go into some of these plans so you understand it, okay? So this is the unilevel plan here. You can see the little diagram below. A unilevel plan has, of course, advantages, but also disadvantages. The unilevel is definitely the most traditional form of compensation. The advantages are you have unlimited width. You build as many legs as you want, 500 legs. And you have unlimited income based upon how many people you sponsor personally. You want to make more money, sponsor more people, sponsor more people. But there's a challenge with this, and that's that no one is under anybody else. So you have 50 legs as a sponsor. So then none of them have any incentive to help each other, because they're all separate teams for you. None of them are going to be working together. There's no incentive to support each other. So there's very little teamwork. And then you, because you sponsored these 50 people, you have almost no time to support them, and you really it really is challenging to not have a lot of attrition with people leaving, because man, my upline can't support me. And this is why, to give some examples, there was some, in the past, there was some negative feedback about some companies, and people just said, you know, I just didn't get support. You know, the compensation plan dictates what the people do. If the compensation plan, Unilevel, like for example, Unilevel says sponsor as many people as you can, don't work together, well then what's going to happen? They're going to sponsor a ton of people and there's going to be very little support. There's a ton of income potential with it, but then if people aren't being supported, are you going to retain the team long enough to have long-term income? And then the next challenge with this, a lot of times in Unilevel plans, is that once there's limited depth. So when they start building their teams, you might only get paid out 5 to 7 levels down in their organizations, then you'll be cut. And then the next problem is sometimes once those downlines reach a certain rank, they can be cut out from your income. So sometimes people get really frustrated about that plan, but it does have its advantages where if you just keep sponsoring, you'll keep getting paid forever. You have unlimited income. So it has its advantages, but that's also why it's not the most modern compensation. That's binary. Binary's become much more popular in the past 20, 30 years because you only build 2 legs. And for example, in terms of our company, you've seen this. We call this the tree you see in Your Health. You have a left side and a right side. So instead of sponsoring 50 different legs, everyone is stacked under each other. So this environment is very supportive. Everybody benefits everybody. Everybody helps everybody. People work together, and there's no depth restriction. Okay, you're not like, oh, you're not only limited to 10 levels or 12 levels or 15 levels. You just keep building down and down and down and down. There's no competition. Like, you don't care if your downline beats you, because you want them to do well. You want everyone to do well. And then everyone supports each other, because starting from the very top, everyone is stacked under each other, everyone helps each other. So that's why this is by far the most popular compensation plan today, because it does encourage support. The only challenge with this compensation plan is that they have to cap the income, because if it can build forever down, they obviously can't pay you forever, or the company would run out of money. So they can't do that, so they can pay you up to a certain income. Your health, our income cap in this team commission here, this is our team commission, is $10,000 a week, which I'm sure you'd be pleased with. Once you get there, I'm sure you'll be pleased with that. And that really is elite in the industry. There's another company right now, I won't say the name, but you know, they constantly talk about how, wow, our team commission is capped at $20,000 a month. Of course, that is half of what ours is. So we definitely have some incredible long-term advantages to our compensation plan. Okay, so this is the advantages of binaries, that people work together, but it's also income is capped. Now at the unilevel, your income is never capped because you can keep sponsoring. So what we did as a company is we actually have 2 compensation plans in one company. And this is really unheard of in the industry. This is so unique for us. So we have the support structure that's generated from the binary, but then you are uncapped income-wise if you want to continue sponsoring people. But then you sponsor those people, they're under other people, so that everyone helps everybody. It's a really incredible environment that rewards leading by example, but also rewards support. Let me explain more about it. So we have the support structure of binary compensation in our company. So we have 2 different trees, okay? So if you go to your back office admin, you have your organizational viewer. That shows you your binary tree, left to right, and everyone's under everybody. But then you also have something called your sponsor tree. Okay, now that report is also in your admin, but we don't look at that as often because that just keeps building as you continue to sponsor more people. And that sponsor tree is very wide. You have tons of people you've sponsored. And that tree pays you the most based upon helping those individuals do well, or people that are in your sponsor tree. Now, who's not in your sponsor tree? If anybody was stacked under you, like if you're a sponsor upline stacked anybody under you, those people, you will not see them in your sponsor tree. You will only see them in your binary or your placement tree. I hope you're following me. If you have to rewatch this video a few times, I totally understand, okay? But here's why it's exciting, okay, the Your Health advantages. We have the support structure of a binary compensation plan where everybody supports everybody and works together. If someone's stacked under you, don't you want to help them? They're in your team. Don't you want to help that person? That's an amazing environment. Like I said, people do what the compensation plan suggests. And in this compensation plan, you want to help the people under you. And your upline wants to help you. That's why it's a great environment. So sometimes people, when I do a presentation for them, they're kind of like, are you just trying to sell me on this? Are you going to help me? I'm like, of course I'm going to help you. Even if I, don't take this the wrong way, but even if I was a terrible person and don't want to help anybody, the only way I can be successful in this business is if I support you, if I train you, if I help you, and if I help you build your team and help you build your customer base, if I help you get results with the products. Otherwise, you're going to quit and you're not going to do well. And that hurts me. That's why I love network marketing in general, because the whole system will only work if it's support-based. Okay, so we have the binary compensation plan where helping your team do well pays you as much as sponsoring new people, and you're never going to have a fear of your team beating you. Because in our binary compensation plan, if you have one leg that's much stronger, that GPV, that productivity, that carries over until you match it up on your weaker leg. Okay, so that'll keep carrying over. So keep supporting those people. That'll keep carrying over until you find a spark on your weaker leg, and then you match it up and your income just doubles and triples. Now we also have the unlimited income potential of the unilevel plan with our generation check match, as well as our leadership pool. Now that's a commission that you guys are paid based upon the number of personally sponsored legs you have that are building and earning. And this is really where the huge income is made. Okay, because every single week it'll look at all the different personally sponsored legs you have, and you will get bonused based upon how much money they're making. Okay, and this is really important. You're not just bonused for having them in the system, you're not just bonused for their productivity, you're bonused based upon how much they're making. So you're encouraged by the compensation plan to help your people get paid. So if you're new and watching this, the first thing you need to know is that we get paid more to help you get paid, not just to help you produce, but to help you get paid. it's woven into our compensation plan to support the people we sponsor. So if you're worried, are people going to help me? Are people going to like try and support me? Hey, that's, you know, that's in our compensation. We're here to help you. We want you to get what you want, because if you get what you want, we get what we want. It's really exciting in that way. And of course, that's beside the fact that you will find more personal value and personal worth from helping other people acquire what they want than you getting what you want. I promise you. And sometimes we don't know that, but when you start to see people's lives change because of the products that you sold them, or someone's life change because now they can pay their mortgage, now they can send their kids to a nicer school because of what you did, I guarantee you that will make you feel better than any new car you buy. I promise you, and you will get there. Okay, so the cool thing about this compensation is it's all about supporting and building. It's not about cutting out. Okay, help your team earn more, you earn more GCM, you earn more leadership pool. If your downline beats you, that's awesome. You'll make more generation check match because you help them beat you. And you'll carry over all the volume in your binary tree until you match it up with your weaker leg. So we have all these different perks. Okay, so now this is important. These are a few other little perks that Your Health does that most companies, they don't have to do because the new rep doesn't get it. So most companies, what they'll do is they'll kind of like, I don't want to say all companies, but some companies, they'll pull a fast one on the new person because they don't understand some of these things. They just get them excited, they sign up, and then the facts behind the scenes don't really work out. So for example, most union level companies, they count physical levels. So like your first 7 people, if they're not good, sorry, you're not going to get paid. So if your physical levels are filled up with inactive people or people that do nothing, you're in trouble. The cool thing is in Your Health, we have compression, meaning that we don't count those inactive people as levels for you. Here's the craziest thing. We don't count people as a new level for you in your GCM until they hit the silver position. So they don't only have to be active. They don't only have to be producing a little bit. They have to be hitting silver every week to count for a level. So you could have 1,000 people in your first level that are bronze or copper or just auto shipping, and you're gonna get paid for all of it. Like really, these are little things that are programmed into our compensation that are so generous, most companies would just, you know, sweep that stuff under the rug. This is something that Your Health does that is incredible. This is why Your Health was a finalist for the Rising Star Award for ethics and business operations with the Direct Sales Association. It's things like this that make our company incredible. So the great thing is, because not every person counts for a level, that means you're not going to have to push people. You don't have to like push or pressure them to, you gotta get going, or I'm not going to make money. That's a nasty environment, and that's not the environment that we wanted to create in Your Health. So if someone wants to go at their own pace, let them go at their own pace. You find the people that want to run, and then you guys go together. And if they want to come back around and run, that's great. But this business isn't about pressuring. This business isn't about pushing people, suppressing people to like, you gotta go. Because that is just a very, very unattractive, very, very desperate way of doing business. That is not the way any business should be done. And I highly suggest that's not the way you even ever try to build this business. Because that's just not the way to build relationships. That's not the way to build a business partnership. Okay? So truly Your Health really is the ideal compensation plan on all fronts. We're paid to support, we're paid to help, we're paid to mentor, but we're also paid to lead by example. You don't need to beg, you don't need to push, you don't need to force anyone to do anything, okay? That's not what this business is about. This business is about sorting to find people that want to get some stuff done now. You work with them. If people want to take their time, of course you're always going to communicate, but let them take their time. That's their decision, it's their business. We have all the benefits of all the companies. They have become multi-billion-dollar companies and none of the faults. We really are, today in terms of compensation, the most modern company in the entire world. And you already know about how modern our product line is and all of our technology. I mean, it really is an incredible time to be a part of Your Health. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to review with you how we get paid in terms of our compensation, okay? Some of these things are definitely a review, but I just want to review it with you really quick so you understand, okay? So now, as a new IR, of course you understand that you get all the products for wholesale. You get them for the cheapest possible cost, and you can sell those products retail and make all the way up to 44% profit instantly, okay? So what I usually help people understand is that this is awesome. You're welcome to retail. You know, some people make incredible income retailing here. But also, if you know facilities or places that could retail, it could be incredible for you. If you know a gym, or if you know personal trainers, or a salon, or a spa, or a chiropractic office, they can sell the products out of their facility. The facility makes more money, And if that facility is in your organization, you can make team commission and generation check match from that facility. That's awesome. The next thing is our first order bonus, okay? And our first order bonus is very, very simple. Every single time you sponsor a new RRC or select customer, or someone chooses to be an IR, you get 20% of whatever set they order as long as it's over 200 PV, and you get all the way up to $160, which is 800 PV. Okay? Now, to receive first order bonuses, you must maintain. Okay? And to be active and maintain as an independent representative, you have to auto ship either 100 PV or 200 PV every 4 weeks. Okay, every 28 days. Now, if you auto ship with 100 PV, okay, you're only going to get a 7.5% first order bonus, which is significantly less than the 20% that you get from 200 PV. So I highly suggest, not just for the first order bonuses, but for just your own health, make sure you auto ship with 200 PV, okay? Make sure you stick to your regimen. Regardless of your long-term interest in this business, whether you want to become wealthy with it or if you just want to make some part-time money, look, I always try and get people to commit to having a healthy lifestyle. Look, these products are proven to drastically change your your nutrition profile. They're proven to literally change your life in terms of your health. And when you're healthy, it changes everything about your life. It changes your relationships. It changes your self-esteem. It changes your long-term costs. It really is incredible for you. So that's just my quick thing about auto shipping. I think that just committing to having a healthy lifestyle is very, very important. So stick with 200 PV. You'll get paid the most. It's also good for your lifestyle. That's first order bonus. You can get as many first order bonuses as you want. There's no limit to how many you can get them, but you just get paid one time. That's the first order bonus. Okay. The next thing we have is our team commissions. Okay, and I'll read this with you. Once again, you can review all of this, yourhealth.com/opportunity, and you can download the compensation plan full. Okay, so team commissions has always been the mainstay of our compensation plan. As a Your Health IR, your focus is building a valuable customer base, basically, of select customers, IRs. And you're going to be compensated based upon building sales volume in your team. So basically, the total amount of production coming in within your organization, that's how you be compensated. Now, team commission, okay, allows you to earn a weekly paycheck, a team commission paycheck based upon the GPV, the group product volume, you earn from the commissionable online product purchases made by all the people in your organization. Okay, it's very, very simple. So what I want to show you, instead of reading all this to you, I just want to show you the next little piece here. The way team commissions works is very, very simple. Just make sure you guys listen to me right here. This is simple. Every single week, you have to, in terms of your placement tree, not your sponsor tree, your placement tree, you have a left and a right side. Okay? Now, you are going to make 10% of the production on your lesser leg, your weaker leg. Okay, so now you can see our example here, okay? You see this example, this guy, that guy. You have 1,000 GPV produced on the left of your organization this week, and you have 1,200 GPV produced on the right side of your organization this week. This includes people you've personally sponsored. This includes people that are customers. This includes people that are auto shipping. This includes people that, maybe you have an IR that sponsored a customer or so on. All productivity that comes in under you counts. So you will get 10% of the productivity on your lesser leg. So this week you have 1,000 on your left and 1,200 on your right, which is your lesser leg, 1,000. How much do you make? You have 1,000 match points times 10%, which equals $100. Okay, so the cool thing is, and there's another cool thing about our compensation plan, is that 200. So what happens to that 200 PV? Because you can only match up the smaller or lesser leg. So what about that extra 200 PV on my right leg? That carries over. It's like rollover minutes. It carries over to next week. So next week, you start the new week, you already have 200 on your right. And this is huge, guys. Like, I want you to understand that, like, once again, this is another small thing that a new person wouldn't understand, but many companies take advantage of people, and they don't have this perk of carryover. Like most cell phone companies, they used to not have carryover, right? If you don't use your minutes, too bad. But then, rollover minutes came out and everybody went over to that company. It's the same thing here, where you can carry over any unmatched up volume. Not up to 1,000, not up to 5,000. What if you get a crazy strong leg that just blows up, opens a whole new country? In your health, you can carry over up to 1 million GPV on a certain leg, which is crazy. Like, the company doesn't need to do that. So, but the company just wants to reward you. If you build a strong leg, you know, and you're not matching up a lot of it, we want to reward you with being able to carry over all that volume until you do build a stronger weak leg to match that volume up. I hope that makes sense. So of course, if you have 10,000 on the left and 5,000 on the right, which is your lesser leg, 5,000, what percentage do you get? 10%. 10% of 5,000 is $500. Okay, and then you'll carry over 5,000 on your left leg to next week. Hope that makes sense to you guys. Read over the compensation plan full if you don't get it, or ask your sponsor for help. One last note, sometimes people, they'll have like 300 on the left and 300 on the right, something like that. We don't have team commission checks print until we've matched up 500 on the left and 500 on the right. So until you have 500 match points, you will not get that check. So of course the minimum team commission check you can get is $50. Okay, up until that point, it will continue to carry over until you do match. So if you put an 800 in, for an 800 PV set on your left, but you don't put anything on your right, that 800 PV will carry over until next week. And then next week, focus on putting in 500 on your right, and then you'll match up that 500 match points to make $50 plus your first order bonuses and things like that. So if that's clear, okay? Now, a few notes about team commission. Okay, and because this is going to become a very big commission for you if you continue to stick with this and push through it. Now, all GBV that comes into your organization counts towards your team commission. Okay, once again, any customers you bring in, any new IRs you bring in, select customers you bring in, any auto ships that come in every single month. And this is how it gets crazy, because at one point, if you work hard, you can have hundreds of thousands of GPV auto shipping every week or every month. And you're going to automatically be making incredible team commission just from the auto ship, just from a lot of happy customers. That really is the vision. Okay, and then of course every new week new customers come in, new IRs come in. It can be crazy. Okay, so your max carryover, like I said, is 1 million GPV on any given leg, and then the max team commission is $10,000 per week. Okay, now, but you just imagine though, because it counts all the production that comes in from people in your team too. That's why you do network marketing, so you can leverage and build a big team. Imagine you have someone like a Johnny Lee on your left leg. Johnny Lee is one of our, today as I speak to you, a Royal Blue Diamond. He has 3 blue diamonds in his organization, a very strong team. And imagine you have someone like Susie Wan on your right. She's a blue diamond. She has a white diamond in her team, Ajian, Mexico, Ajian Kus. And imagine what your life would be like if you have those 2 legs. And then that is actually the life of someone in this company, and that man is named Michael Mo. So if you work hard, you stick around, you will build a strong team like that. It's going to be incredible. Okay, now Michael, Michael had to do the work to earn that. Everybody has to do the work. He signed up the same way we did. No customers, no IRs, and a dream. And he stuck with it. So the keys to capitalizing on this compensation plan so far is always make sure you lead by example, okay? One thing we do see happen a lot of times, they'll sponsor 2 or 3 people, and then they're going to wait for them to do it. Go, do it. No. That's not the way you want to do it, okay? Because if you're going to sponsor somebody, they sponsor because they see you excited. So if the way it works is, I sign you up, now they're going to watch you. They're going to watch what you do. They're going to see, are you still working? Is Robbie still working hard? Or is he waiting for me? They're going to be inspired by the work you do. Inspire your team through your success. So you always want to lead by example. If you're going to tell your team to do 5 guests a week, make sure you're doing 5 guests a week. A rule of thumb that I was taught from Michael Mo is that we should do 5 guests a week, minimum, until we're maintaining diamond every week. And so I think if you're watching this video and you can stick to that, your life is going to be incredible. Okay. The next thing is good sponsorship. This isn't about sales. You just can't sell somebody a set and then say good luck. You really want to work with them to help them get started. Show them these videos. Go through the Fast Start Success Guide. Go through all the different tools we have. Arm them. Help them learn more about their business, their product, and help them talk to their first 15, 20 people so they can get some success. Last but not least is stack under your people. Our binary tree gives you the incredible opportunity to stack under your people and help them get paid. Okay, so sometimes you say, well, I am helping my people. I'm coaching them. I'm working with them. No. Help them with their business. Lead by example and sponsor some stuff under them. And then call them and say, hey, Chris, I just sponsored an 800 set under you. Let's work hard this week and help you put an 800 set on your other leg. And then you'll make a first order bonus of $160. You'll make $80 in team commission. You can make $240 this week. That is so much more powerful than just telling them what to do. Do it with them, work with them, support them, and it will change your life and their lives forever, okay? Next thing is our generation check match. Now this would be a very, very big long-term bonus for people, okay? And I'm going to do my best to help you understand it. Okay, what I want you to do with this is I do want you to look through the compensation plan in full if you don't understand this. The first time I heard generation check match, I didn't understand it. Now today I get it, no problem. But the first time, just because network marketing was foreign to me, I didn't get it. But here's how a generation check match works. Now I'm going to try and make it as clear as I can. So in addition to team commissions that's based upon your placement tree, you can earn generation check match based upon your personally sponsored tree. Okay? Now the way GCM, I'm going to call it GCM, works is it allows you to earn a bonus on the first $2,500 of the team commission paid to IRs in your personally sponsored tree. This consists of people you personally sponsor, people they personally sponsor, and so on. So your personally sponsored tree includes anybody that comes from a person that you personally sponsored. So if I personally sponsored Tyler, and Tyler sponsored Colin, and Colin sponsored Amanda, all of them are part of my sponsor tree. Amanda is a part of my sponsor tree because it originated with my sponsorship. Now if someone was stacked under you, let's say Susan was stacked under you and she sponsored Karen and John, well, John, Karen, and Susan, they're not in your sponsor tree. You will not earn generation check match off those people. The production they do will count for your team commission. The productivity they do will add up in your carryover. You will make match points from that, but it will not count towards your generation check match. Okay? I hope that's clear. So, the generation check match is based up to 7 generations of IRs in your personally sponsored tree. Now, no, we didn't say 7 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 generations. The way we define a generation is when somebody hits paid as rank of silver. Okay, silver is of course 2,000 match points in a given week. Okay, now that's a paid as rank that week. So every single week when our checks run, it takes a snapshot of where the system ends, and of course our certain weeks change on Friday night at midnight Pacific, or if you're East Coast like me, it's 3 a.m. It takes a snapshot. Where are you at right now? And it's going to look at who do you have paid as rank as silver, and every silver is going to start the first level, second level, third level in your GCM. And you can pay up to 7 generations of silver. So like I said before, if you have 1,000 bronze, you're not even at your first level yet, which is awesome. So it can be a very expansive income. Okay, so the generation check match is calculated on unlimited width. As your paid as rank increases, so does the number of generations on which you can get generation check match. So you don't just get generation check match unless you maintain certain positions. Okay, so you initially qualify for generation check match when you hit silver. You paid as rank silver, that's when you get your first level of generation check match. More often than not, you won't actually qualify for more levels of generation check match because as a silver, you won't have too many people in your team yet that are hitting silver unless you have someone that just blows up. Okay, so let me show you these examples here. So now here's how it works. To get your first generation, of course, you hit silver. If you want 2 generations of generation check match, you hit gold, and then so on. If you want 3 generations, you hit ruby or emerald, 4 diamond, all the way up to blue diamond. Once you're a blue diamond, you get paid for all 7 generations of your generation check match. Remember, a generation is when someone hits silver. So, and that's one sponsor tree. So let's say I have a sponsor tree, Mitch. Let's say Mitch hits silver this week, but no one else in his team, and that sponsor tree of mine hits silver. Well, then and I hit silver, I get paid that first generation, which is Mitch, so I'm gonna get generation check match off all of it. Okay, so if Mitch hits silver and Trent hits silver, Trent is my second generation. If someone under Trent hits silver, Henny, I'm just using my people as an example, let's say then that would be my 3rd generation. Let's say Steve hits silver, that's my 4th generation, and that's all that week, so then I'm getting to my higher generations. I'm also getting generation check match off all these different people, assuming I am qualifying for those levels. Now, how much is generation check match? Okay, let me just give an example of this. What I see on generation check match is what's called a floating pool. Okay, as you know, we pay 50% of our total company GPV back to the independent representatives. Okay, now after we've paid out our team commissions and our first order bonuses, the remainder of the money goes towards generation check match and leadership pool. Okay. What I normally see is generation check match floats from anywhere to 5 to 10%. It's been a little bit higher, but I'm not going to lowball. So here's the exciting part, is of course 5 to 10% of what? It's of the people that you qualify to receive the generation check match from. the income they made from team commission. So let's say this week, give you an example. Let's say this week, all my people in my team made $10,000 this week. Just an example, okay? So let's say they all made $10,000, and let's say I qualify for all the generations necessary to get that. So let's say I'm a blue diamond, and I get paid for all 7 generations, which is all of my people, okay? So then let's say I get 5%, let's lowball it. So 5% of the $10,000 that my people earned, my GCM this week will be $500. So that makes maybe $500 a week in Generation Check Match, which is a nice income. An extra $500 a week is great. Of course, if it's a 10% week on GCM, I'll make $1,000 that week in GCM. It's an incredible bonus. Now, once you start to have people in your team that are hitting blue diamond and white diamond, oh my, it can be. Imagine Michael Moe's Generation Check Match, where he has 7 generations of blue diamonds, 7 generations of white diamonds. It can get very, very crazy for you long term. But isn't the most exciting part that it's based upon how much money your people make? As in, if I'm not helping my people get paid, I'm not getting much Generation Check Match. And that's why I really, really love, once again, I love this company, because support is built into it. Okay? Now, of course, the money I get from Generation Check Match comes from the company's payout. It doesn't affect their income at all. It just takes a snapshot. How well are Robbie's people doing? Well, we're going to pay him Generation Check Match based upon how he's helping his people get paid. Okay, so now if you don't totally understand this, it's no problem. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to read over the compensation plan full, check it out yourself. You don't need to memorize this. There's no quiz on this. That's why this isn't in our business presentation, because it can be a little overwhelming. I'm just trying to share it with you because it's really, really exciting. Because at one point, your GCM will be so much, will be so much higher than your team commission. Your team commission will be maxed out at $10,000 a week. Your GCM can be upwards of $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a week. Now, of course, look at the income disclosure. Okay, I'm just giving you examples. I'm giving you vision. Obviously, if people don't do the work, they're not going to make any money because it requires work to do anything. So that goes without saying. My disclaimer goes without saying. So just make sure we're clear, okay? So that's the generations. Now, we also have our leadership bonus as well. Leadership bonus is very, very exciting. This is once you've hit blue diamond, each week the company sets aside up to 5% of the payout pool for leadership bonus. And once you get paid as rank of blue diamond every week, okay, you can earn shares of leadership bonus, which is paid out every week, okay? You'll earn additional shares of this bonus pool as you advance in rank and help members of your team advance in rank. It's, once again, it's really awesome. Like, for example, it's called a share. So every single time you maintain blue diamond, the system takes a snapshot and looks at all your PSLs and asks the question, how many PSLs do you have this week? Personally sponsored legs that at least hit silver. Not necessarily the person you sponsored, but anybody in that leg. So it says, well, Robbie this week had 7 PSLs with silver. Okay, well, for every silver you have, you get 1 share of leadership pool. If they hit a higher position, you get more shares. If they maintain diamond, you get 2 shares, and so on, all the way up to if they maintain blue diamond, you get 7 shares. So the cool thing is, a share is also a floating pool up to 5%, but usually I've seen a share go from anywhere from $80 to $150. It's super exciting. So let's say this week you get 7 shares of leadership. I have 7 people in my personally sponsored tree from each leg that hit silver. So now I have 7 shares. 7 of my personally sponsored legs had at least 1 person at silver. So 7 shares times, say, $100. There's an extra $700 bonus this week for leadership bonus. That's a significant income. I mean, you imagine you make an extra $700 a week from leadership pool, an extra $700 a week from Generation Check Match, on top of your team commission from your blue diamond. Your team commission is $2,500 plus another $1,400. You're up to a $4,000 paycheck. Okay, so that's how quickly income can go up as you race to higher ranks. That's why you always want to keep pushing, to get yourself ranked higher, your team to get ranked, to help them move forward, because our company, that's why it's so exciting. Our company really does have a crazy balance of now money with the first order bonus. People can get paid $1,000 their first week if they get out there and they bust it. And they also have this long-term compensation plan to look forward to. It really is an incredible, incredible blessing. Everything I've given you guys in this video is obviously an example. Okay, it's not like a guarantee that anybody's going to do it. Okay, of course I'm a blue diamond, so I've been able to accomplish it. But and I'm doing all these videos to try and give you the best perspective that I can to help you get there. And all the perspectives that I've learned from the top people in the company, people like Michael Moe or Dennis, and all of our friends in the business. So I'm just sharing this with you guys to give you some vision to see where we can go together. I mean, imagine one day when you're a Blue Diamond, you have 5 people in your team, five different legs that maintain Blue Diamond. One Blue Diamond, that's 7 shares. You get 35 shares there. That's an amazing thing. 35 shares times an extra $100 per share. It's an extra $3,500 a week in leadership bonus. And Blue Diamond is, wow, man, we've had, what, twice as many Blue Diamonds this year as last year. This is growing. More and more people are hitting Blue Diamond. You know, we have some people on our team that are getting very close to hitting Blue Diamond, not just me, but now some of my people. It's an incredible experience to see all of us grow together because we all had such humble beginnings. So the compensation plan is really incredible, guys. We also have a White Diamond luxury car bonus. Once you hit the White Diamond position, the company will give you $1,500 a month for your own luxury or exotic car, which is just another perk. I mean, once you're a White Diamond, you're kind of already good, but you'll take it, right? And it really is incredible. I mean, these are the different ways you can hit different positions. I'll let you guys look at this on your own later. You can download this PowerPoint afterwards and look at this, okay? But this really is the most generous compensation plan in the industry, guys. It really is incredible that we have taken all the best parts of all the different compensation plans across the industry and combined it into one extra generous compensation plan here in Your Health. You combine this with NDS, our product line, the people in our company, the spirit of our company, the philosophy of what we're trying to do here. We really do have the greatest opportunity in the world today. So I hope you guys took something from this video. I don't expect you to completely understand the compensation plan after the video. Once again, one more time, please check out yourhealth.com/opportunity. Download the compensation plan full document. That'll give you some more details. If I missed anything, I'm sure I missed a few things, so make sure you read that over, and it'll give you some more details. Okay, so hope this helped. Let's take advantage of this thing. Okay, let's take advantage of this compensation plan. I'll see you guys soon. Okay.